The growth is around all of your goals can be set up in here for yourselves, for your agents, and for each of your brokerages. Over here, if you have 7 different locations, each location can be managed individually.
Okay.
So you can go to the location, then you can see all the teams, you can see the entire brokerage, you can see all the teams within that brokerage, you can see each of the agents within that brokerage. So anything we do, you can see at all levels. So you can see here, I can come in here, and once I get to the brokerage, I can choose any of the agents within that. So I could actually, right now, I'm looking at metrics for my entire brokerage. But if I come over here, now I'm looking at metrics for this particular agent.
Okay.
Okay. Same thing with our dashboards. All of our dashboards are driven by goals. So the bottom number here is the goal. With you guys being as large as you are, you may want to do a custom white label here, having your own brokerage.
Okay.
So we can make these any colors you want. So these are just our colors, and so we chose blue to be kind of temperature-based. Blue is cold, you're not on pace. Yellow is warming up, you're on pace to hit your goal, like right here.
Uh-huh.
And orange is you've achieved your goal.
Okay.
So if you look at this, I've hit my goal for the month here. My goal is to get 6 buyers closed, and I've hit 7.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So these are your pacer lines, these outside lines.
Okay.
You can see you have conversion ratios all the way across the board. So once again here, you can pull this up for any agent. So if you're holding one-on-ones, this is how you're going to do that, right? You have metrics on that agent, 100%. You know exactly what their goals are. You know exactly, how many conversations, how many appointments they've set, met, what they've signed, put under contract, closed. Down here, we drill into the metrics a little bit deeper and show you information on your pending units. Everything in here is clickable.
Okay.
So with you guys, you probably won't use this to the same extent as a lot of our customers do. I found our other Salesforce users use us more for visualization and more for the buy side, but you probably have some pretty in-depth processes for your listings, is my guess.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, but if you come in here, like anything in here is really clickable. So if I want to see my buyers closed, for instance, I can just click on this. There's my 3 buyers closed. This one has a split. I can click and I can see what that split is. And I can come in here and I can edit it. So it's really all of your transaction data is in here.
Okay.
So now you're actually able to set up custom forms within here, similar to what you've done in Salesforce. So if you haven't already built your Salesforce platform, I would tell you this would do.
Right.
Probably replace you needing Salesforce, but I know when you build a Salesforce platform, it's hard to say we're going to go away from that because it's doing exactly what you want it to do. But basically, you can build any custom forms in here you want. So this is a transaction form. This is what you see if you come into this transaction sheet. I can see all of my transactions. And then I can build custom filters so I can see anything I want here, right? So if I just want to see transactions that have an ISA assigned to them, I can see that. And in this case, there aren't any. But if I just want to see, let me reset my filters here. If I just want to see my under contract or my pending units, I can see those. And let me reset my filters up here. So if I come in, there's all my transactions. Now here's my current pendings, right? And now if I want to go into these pendings, if I'm a transaction coordinator, you can see some of these are locked. Some of these, because I don't want the agents to be able to touch them anymore. And then I can come in here and I can edit this. If this is a seller, I'm going to go into a listing contract to close form. I can manage all of my vendors in here. So I can select my title company, right? I can select my home warranty. I can select all that kind of stuff. I can then come in here and I can manage my commissions. I can manage, so you have a commission form here for what our capabilities are. And then you have your vendors here. So if you've selected vendors, which, let me go in and, I didn't save that, so let me update this.
Yeah, let me ask you while you're doing this. So we use Brokerment for our transaction management.
Okay.
So, and we have the full API access to that as well. So we are able to pull information from, like, we can pull the information from Brokerment, push it into Salesforce, etc. Because, like, ideally, so our agents work in Salesforce, but then we don't want them to have to then go into Brokerment and create a whole nother file for it. So it kind of pushes it in there, but that's where the admin run, they go through the closing coordinators and take care of the whole file for the agents. And then
they do that in Brokerment.
They do that in Brokerment. And so, like, I wouldn't want them to have to create another transaction in here, but if you're saying we have API access, we'd be able to pull that information and put it into here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do that. So if you're using Brokerment, the stuff you're doing in Brokerment, you could do in here. But if you want to keep using Brokerment, the only thing you can't, well, what we don't do in here is we don't allow you to, like, we don't have compliance and the documents and the e-signature and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So if you're using Brokerment and that kind of stuff, what you could do is you could build all of your data could come into here. And what we do is we do a great job of visualizing and gamifying stuff for you. So in that sense, you could have leaderboards up here all the time that are being displayed for any activity that's in the platform, right? So whatever is important to you guys, you can display that. You can come in here and set the dashboard up so that all of the leaderboards that are important to you right now for that month are being displayed right here. And then I can go into display mode on that. So if I come up here and hit display mode, now in your office, most of our customers have like 80-inch TVs, in several walls in their office. And they're just going to take this into full screen. And now you can see, basically this is what you're looking at behind. Going to display on your TV 24/7.
Right. Okay.
As well. So these are 100% customizable activities that you can basically set up whatever is important for you guys to track. So the one thing with you guys being a brokerage, I know it's hard to get agents to track, much harder than it is for a team. The one thing that we do a really great job of as well is coming in here, setting up your goals. So if I'm looking at 2020, I'm going to come in here, set up 2020, and you can see here, I'm going to set up what volume, average price point unit. I can then have all my agents do the same thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're also going to tell you how much money they want to make. And then what's going to happen is you're going to put in order to make that much money, this is what needs to happen. I need to close, and you can see you could use points on here. Most people do full numbers here. So
sure.
I need to close 10 listings a month. I need to close 8 buyers a month. But you put all that stuff in and you back it into the conversation. And then over here, these are all 100% customizable activities. So anything that you guys want to track, right? I mean, open houses, whatever's important to your business. And then we can create challenges and we can gamify that for you. So you can come over here and you can see I have a bunch of different challenges created here. I give a certain number of points for each activity, and all of the total scores of those challenges roll up to here. And then I also have an overall scoreboard, and this is going to take just a second to pull up because I have a year's worth of data in here.
Sure.
But I have this scoreboard from all of our challenges for this year. Here's my leaders. And then if I want to see, okay, well, where did this person get their point? Well, that's a lot of points. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going, look, well, these are all the challenges they won. Right? So you can see how much they got per challenge. And then if I come in here and just want to see the details, okay, they won this challenge. They actually got second place in this challenge. They got 500 points. Here's the details of that challenge, right? So anyway, you can see everything in the system has breadcrumbs, so you can go back to the last screen just right up here. So that's kind of a brief overview of what we would do. Is we'd really visualize and gamify your entire business with you
Okay.
guys already using Brokerment and your Salesforce platform. That's really
What it is. Got it.
probably the two main things. In addition to that, allowing you to set goals for your agents, and then being able to come in here and as a leader of a brokerage or any a team, whatever, it's extremely valuable to be able to have a view into your business, not only at the brokerage level, which is what we're looking at here, but then also at the agent level. Also, if you have ISAs, we have individual scoreboards for ISAs. But that gives you a pretty good sense of that. Now, on the challenges, I didn't show you that. So this is another area where typically you put this up on a different TV and go display mode. And now all of your challenges that you're currently running, this could be a daily challenge, it could be a weekly challenge, it could be monthly. You could have your, if you guys take your people on a trip at the end of the year, that could be on there. You can choose which ones to display at which times, and it's just completely flexible in that manner.
Awesome. Okay. Perfect. So it's really like leaderboard, goal tracking, just kind of helping them visualize their metrics to help push their production.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
In your set, with you guys already having transaction management, it would really be setting goals. How are you pacing against those goals? Doing sales contests, and visualizing your business, knowing your business inside and out, just being able to visualize all the stuff you're doing in Salesforce and all the stuff you're doing in Brokerment. We can visualize all of that for you.
Got it.
And gamify it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So, as far as next steps go, you can follow up with me. Let me give you my cell phone, actually.
Okay,
and
perfect.
my email. I'm actually the CEO of the company. My sales team's just on calls today. So
nice to meet you.
So you happen to get me today. So
awesome.
But feel free to reach out to me directly.
Okay.
My email is brian@sisu.co. So BRIAN @sisu.co.
Okay.
And then I'll give you my cell phone as well. It's 801-897-8200.
All right, perfect. I got it.
Okay.
Well, I really appreciate you.
you.
Yeah, so nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the time. I'm going to present this to my managers today and see what they say, and then I'll be back in touch.
Okay, awesome. Looking forward to it.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
Have a great day.
You too. Goodbye.
All right, bye.